It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons that eerily mirrors real-life events. It shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb with two Middle Eastern-looking men.
With its long history of satirical, often outlandish predictions, The Simpsons has eerily foreshadowed real-life occurrences time and time again. As we open a new chapter in our collective existence, some of these predictions are becoming more chillingly accurate, blurring the line between fiction and reality. These Simpsons predictions for 2025 are scary insane. Buckle up as we explore the scarily insane predictions the iconic show has made for the near future. Are they merely coincidental, or do the writers have a crystal ball? Let's get started with these shocking prophecies. Number 20. Cars take to the sky. The idea of flying cars has long captured the imagination, from the silver screen to animated sitcoms like The Simpsons. Once relegated to the realm of science fiction, flying cars are inching closer to becoming part of our everyday lives. What's even more fascinating is how The Simpsons foresaw this transition. In the 2005 episode Future Drama, Bart and Lisa are whisked into the year 2013 through one of Professor Frink's outlandish inventions. This imagined future features flying cars zipping through the skies as commonly as sedans fill today's roads. While the humor and exaggeration were classic Simpsons, the concept of flying cars is one prediction that doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. At the time, the notion seemed absurd. By 2013, we weren't soaring above traffic, but rather embracing quirky trends like onesies and viral memes. Fast forward to today, and the technological landscape has shifted dramatically. Flying cars are now an active area of research and development. Companies worldwide are competing to turn this sci-fi fantasy into a practical mode of transportation. Hyundai once envisioned flying cars as part of Uber's future, aiming for 2023 as a launch date. However, technical and regulatory challenges pushed that dream further down the runway. Despite delays, the vision remains alive, with companies refining their designs to make the impossible possible. Enter Samsung Sky, a company poised to revolutionize personal transportation. In December 2023, their flying car, aptly named the Switchblade, took its first flight, soaring 500 feet above the ground. Samsung Sky aims to mass-produce the Switchblade by 2025, offering a vehicle that seamlessly transitions between road and air travel. Imagine driving through city streets, reaching a traffic jam, and simply taking to the skies. While many challenges persist, the accuracy of The Simpsons in predicting technological trends is both uncanny and thought-provoking. Flying cars may not yet fill our skies, but the progress being made suggests that they're closer than ever. Shocked? Well, don't be, because there's a lot more from where that came. Number 19. Baby Language Translator. The frustration of not knowing whether babies are hungry, tired, or just seeking comfort is universal. It's a puzzle that every parent, babysitter, or caregiver can relate to. But what if there were a way to understand a baby's cries with pinpoint accuracy? Well, The Simpsons predicted a time when this would be possible. The Baby Translator, as it is called, is an invention in the Simpson universe that can interpret an infant's cries into intelligible adult language. The concept, as comical as it is genius, pokes fun at the chaotic misunderstandings that arise in parenting. While The Simpsons played this idea for laughs, the concept isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. Advances in technology and artificial intelligence are making this seemingly whimsical idea increasingly plausible. Researchers are now exploring sound analysis technologies capable of deciphering nuanced vocal patterns. Scientists are training AI models to recognize patterns in babies' cries. These cries often vary in pitch, intensity, and duration depending on the infant's need, be it hunger, discomfort, or fatigue. Companies are already developing apps and devices equipped with machine learning algorithms. These tools aim to analyze baby sounds and suggest likely causes, offering parents real-time insights into their child's needs. Beyond simple cries, researchers are looking into how subtle cues, such as facial expressions and body movements, can complement vocal analysis for a more comprehensive interpretation. Such a device could revolutionize how we care for infants. Parents could respond more effectively to their baby's needs, minimizing frustration and uncertainty. Faster and more accurate responses to cries could lead to healthier emotional and physical development in babies. For new or inexperienced caregivers, such a tool could serve as a valuable guide, leveling the playing field in parenting. A baby translator is an exciting leap forward, one that could make parenting a less daunting journey. However, not all predictions are as merry. Number 18. Nuclear apocalypse. The Simpsons has always been known for its wild and often absurd storylines, but when it comes to apocalyptic predictions, the show has had a surprisingly chilling way of touching on the dark side of global crises. In one particularly eerie episode, titled Homer the Great, a seemingly harmless joke about a nuclear disaster turns out to be much more than just a gag. The plot revolves around a secret society planning for a nuclear catastrophe. While it might have seemed like a far-fetched storyline at the time, the idea of powerful groups manipulating global events for their own agenda hits too close to home today. But perhaps even more unsettling is an episode that delves into the aftermath of a nuclear apocalypse. In this scenario, the world has been devastated, and Homer Simpson stands as the lone survivor of humanity. The episode takes a satirical approach to the end of mankind, but the underlying theme is stark: the destruction of civilization, the annihilation of life as we know it, and the isolation that could follow a nuclear disaster. As unsettling as it may be, the idea of a nuclear apocalypse, whether triggered by miscommunication, political brinkmanship, or a deliberate act, remains one of the most terrifying possibilities facing humanity. While The Simpsons may have been poking fun at these serious issues, the show's history of eerily accurate predictions makes it hard to dismiss the idea altogether. Number 17. Artificial intelligence. Gone rogue. The meteoric rise of artificial intelligence is transforming our world, bringing both awe-inspiring advancements and unsettling questions. From automating tedious tasks to reshaping entire industries, AI holds immense promise. Yet, as its capabilities grow, so do concerns about its potential dangers. Intriguingly, The Simpsons may have offered a satirical yet eerily prescient glimpse into this conundrum. In a 2016 episode, the family visits a theme park staffed entirely by robots. Initially a marvel of innovation, the experience spirals into chaos when the AI staff turns rogue, wreaking havoc and threatening human safety. Interestingly, the scenario portrayed in The Simpsons aligns with some of the most pressing debates in the AI community today. Today, AI is rapidly automating tasks across various sectors, from manufacturing to customer service. While this boosts efficiency, it also raises concerns about widespread job loss. So, could we reach a point where human labor becomes obsolete in certain industries, exacerbating unemployment and economic inequality? All we know for now is that AI systems are becoming increasingly sophisticated, with some experts predicting the emergence of artificial general intelligence machines that surpass human cognitive abilities. So, what if these systems act against human interests? The depiction of rogue AI in The Simpsons serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between innovation and caution. While the show often exaggerates for comedic effect, its episodes frequently touch on real-world issues. The concept of AI going rogue isn't just science fiction, it's a scenario being seriously considered by experts. Speaking of ways to end humankind, there's also the possibility of being swallowed by a black hole. Number 16. Black hole. In one unforgettable episode, The Simpsons portrays a scenario where a small black hole inexplicably appears on Earth. Initially dismissed as harmless, the black hole begins to grow ominously as objects, and later, people, are tossed into it. Eventually, the black hole becomes so massive that it consumes everything around it. But the twist? Everything sucked into the black hole ends up transported to another planet, where curious aliens greet the new arrivals. While the episode is undoubtedly comedic, the idea of a black hole manifesting on Earth touches on very real fears. Scientists have long theorized about the potential of micro-black holes, which could hypothetically form under extreme conditions, such as during high-energy particle collisions. Though no black hole is expected to appear on Earth anytime soon, the mere possibility of such an event sparks equal parts curiosity and dread. While the idea of being transported to another planet might be pure science fiction, The Simpsons cleverly integrates the concept of black hole singularities and their mysterious capacity to warp time and space. In reality, objects consumed by a black hole face spaghettification. This is a real scientific term that explains being stretched to oblivion by gravitational forces. The discovery of a nearby black hole in 2020, just 1,000 light-years away, made headlines as the closest known black hole to Earth. While this distance is safely outside any immediate threat zone, it serves as a reminder of how little we understand about these cosmic behemoths. Could a black hole ever appear closer? Modern science suggests that while unlikely, the universe is full of surprises. Number 15. Donald Trump as president. Among The Simpsons' many uncanny predictions, none has captured the public imagination quite like their foretelling of Donald Trump's presidency. In the 1998 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa becomes president of the United States, inheriting a nation grappling with budget woes left by her predecessor, Donald Trump. At the time, Trump was a flamboyant real estate mogul and reality TV star, far removed from the political sphere. The writers later revealed the mention of Trump was intended as a joke, inspired by his larger-than-life persona. However, what seemed like satire turned prophetic when Trump announced his candidacy in 2015. His eventual victory in the 2016 presidential election made The Simpsons' playful prediction a focal point of popular culture, leaving fans and critics alike marveling at the show's apparent prescience. In a later episode, Homer walks past a sign reading Trump 2024, sparking speculation about a second term for the 45th president. This detail gained renewed attention when, on November 15, 2022, Trump officially announced his candidacy for the 2024 presidential election. Beyond predicting Trump's presidency, The Simpsons also hinted at the aftermath. In Bart to the Future, Lisa describes her presidency as dealing with financial challenges caused by Trump's administration. This mirrors real-world debates over economic policies during and after Trump's tenure, adding a layer of depth to the show's political satire. Well, Trump is president again. As for the aftermath, we can only wait and watch. Number 14. Holograms. In the episode Bart to the Future, Bart Simpson receives a holographic message inviting his band to perform at a club. The depiction of holograms as a common communication and entertainment tool feels less like science fiction and more like a glimpse into our near future. In the episode, holograms are seamlessly integrated into everyday life, showcasing their potential to revolutionize communication. Imagine receiving a fully three-dimensional, interactive message instead of a traditional text or video call. Such technology could offer a richer, more immersive experience, transforming not only personal communication, but also industries like education, healthcare, and business. While The Simpsons presented this as a casual aspect of their futuristic world, it aligns with ongoing developments in holography. Companies are actively working on portable holographic devices, and advancements in augmented reality and virtual reality are paving the way for such innovations to become mainstream. The idea of holograms replacing smartphones might not be as far-fetched as it seems. With the rise of wearable devices, AI integration, and advancements in compact projection technology, it's possible that holographic interfaces could become the next evolution in communication. Such technology would eliminate the need for screens, allowing us to interact with data and media in three-dimensional space. In today's world, the prospect of holograms becoming a regular part of our lives feels increasingly plausible. However, significant challenges remain, such as the high cost of development, energy consumption, and the need for widespread adoption of supporting technologies. Whether or not hologram technology replaces our smartphones or becomes the norm, The Simpsons continues to inspire conversations about the trajectory of innovation. Their portrayal of futuristic technology is a reminder of humanity's boundless imagination and the ways fiction often inspires real-world advancements. Number 13. Colonies on Mars. When it comes to predicting the future, The Simpsons has an uncanny knack for tapping into ideas that once seemed outlandish, but are now inching closer to reality. One such prediction is humanity's ambitious drive to colonize Mars. In a memorable episode, Lisa Simpson is selected to participate in a groundbreaking mission to Mars, tasked with building a sustainable habitat on the Red Planet. But in classic Simpson fashion, chaos ensues when Marge, unwilling to let her daughter embark on this dangerous journey alone, decides to join her. Before long, the entire Simpson family signs up for the mission. The show humorously envisions the challenges and delays inherent in such an audacious venture. Although the initial plan is to reach Mars by 2026, the mission is continually postponed, and the Simpsons only arrive on the Red Planet in 2051. Adding another twist, Lisa expresses a desire to go to Venus shortly after landing. While the episode delivers laughs, its premise reflects real-world aspirations for Mars colonization, spearheaded by visionaries like Elon Musk. Musk's SpaceX has set ambitious goals, aiming to land humans on Mars and establish a self-sustaining colony. The company initially targeted the mid-2020s for a manned mission, echoing the timeline proposed in The Simpsons. As of now, significant strides are being made toward realizing humanity's dream of becoming a multi-planetary species. SpaceX's Starship, for instance, represents a major step toward making Mars colonization feasible. Its development aligns with Musk's vision of reducing the cost of space travel and enabling mass migration to the Red Planet. Then there's NASA's Artemis program, which is a stepping stone for future Mars missions. Moreover, international agencies like ESA, CNSA, and Roscosmos are contributing to Mars research, from rover missions to studying the planet's atmosphere and potential for supporting life. Number 12. Self-driving cars. In the episode The Days of the Future, the show presents a scenario where a self-driving car malfunctions, ignoring a passenger's urgent request for a restroom stop. While comedic in context, the episode raises serious questions about the reliability and limitations of autonomous vehicles. In real life, self-driving cars are no longer a distant dream. Companies like Tesla, Waymo, and Uber have been developing autonomous driving technology for years, promising a safer and more efficient future for transportation. These vehicles use advanced AI, sensors, and machine learning to navigate roads, avoid obstacles, and ensure passenger safety. However, as The Simpsons humorously illustrates, even the most advanced technology is not infallible. Malfunctions, unexpected scenarios, and the unpredictable behavior of other drivers remain significant challenges for self-driving systems. The scenario of a malfunctioning self-driving car is not far-fetched. Despite impressive advancements, real-world incidents have already highlighted the potential dangers of autonomous driving technology. From vehicles failing to recognize pedestrians to software glitches leading to accidents, these challenges underscore the need for rigorous testing and fail-safe mechanisms. The episode also hints at an underlying ethical question. How much control should we cede to machines? Self-driving cars are designed to make decisions based on algorithms. But what happens when those decisions conflict with human instincts or needs? For instance, should a car prioritize the safety of its passengers over that of pedestrians? In 2025, self-driving cars are expected to become more common on our roads. Governments and companies are investing heavily in infrastructure to support autonomous vehicles. Number 11. Trapped in a dome. Could the government ever confine us under a massive dome to regulate our consumption and behavior? While it sounds like a plot straight out of a dystopian novel, the 2007 Simpsons movie took this concept and turned it into an iconic scenario. In the film, Springfield is encased in an enormous dome, courtesy of the government, after the town's environmental recklessness spirals out of control. The dome cuts the residents off from the outside world, isolating them entirely. While the scenario is portrayed with humor, complete with Homer's bumbling attempts to escape, it also delivers an unsettling commentary on governmental control, environmental neglect, and the limits of personal freedom. Fast forward to today, and the concept of a controlled environment doesn't seem as far-fetched as it once did. With growing concerns about resource scarcity, climate change, and overconsumption, the idea of limiting access to resources in a confined space could theoretically become a strategy to manage crises. For example, in a future with dwindling resources, governments might impose strict limits on electricity, water, and food consumption within controlled zones. Moreover, advances in technology could enable the creation of highly regulated environments designed to optimize resource use, though at the cost of personal freedoms. Natural disasters or pandemics might also force governments to isolate entire regions temporarily, a practice we saw echoes of during global lockdowns. While the idea of a dome may seem far-fetched, the broader themes it represents — resource scarcity, government intervention, and societal control — are deeply relevant. Rather than fearing such scenarios, we can take The Simpsons as a light-hearted yet thought-provoking call to action. Prioritize sustainability, advocate for transparency, and ensure that innovation serves humanity, not just those in power. Number 10. World War III. In one episode, Homer Simpson is shown training his family for a nuclear war, armed with survival tactics and a comically grim outlook on the future. Another segment envisions a global conflict with exaggerated comedic elements, yet it manages to strike a chord by highlighting the fragility of peace in a world riddled with discord. The Simpsons has already made some uncanny predictions, including the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In an episode, a cryptic conversation about Russia feigning peace while secretly plotting a resurgence mirrors the geopolitical tensions that unfolded in real life. This unsettling accuracy adds weight to the show's playful, yet thought-provoking portrayal of a potential World War III scenario. As the world grapples with political instability, economic competition, and ideological clashes, the possibility of a global conflict remains a topic of concern. While The Simpsons often uses humor to address heavy topics, their depiction of World War III underscores the importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and de-escalation. The show reminds us that while conflict is an inherent part of human history, it is in our power to avoid repeating past mistakes. Despite the unsettling accuracy of some of The Simpsons' predictions, the notion of World War III remains a cautionary tale rather than an inevitability. However, in some cases, the predictions are actually very uplifting. Number 9. Shifting to green energy. In episode 582, Lisa Simpson takes the spotlight by designing a solar-powered car to compete in the alternative energy derby. While the premise starts on a high note, it takes a darker turn when a corporate firm deploys a blimp to block the sun, sabotaging Lisa's efforts and leaving her to endure the crowd's ridicule. At first glance, the episode seems like a quirky take on Lisa's penchant for environmentalism, but dig deeper, and it feels eerily prescient. The plot encapsulates two critical realities about the renewable energy movement. Lisa's solar-powered car symbolizes humanity's ingenuity and its push toward a cleaner, more sustainable future. Solar cars and other green technologies are no longer just futuristic concepts. Today, advancements in solar panels, batteries, and electric vehicles bring us closer to a world powered by the sun. The blimp blocking the sun is a metaphor for the real-world opposition from entrenched industries. Oil, coal, and gas corporations are often reluctant to relinquish their dominance. Through lobbying, misinformation campaigns, and strategic delays, they've historically impeded the widespread adoption of renewable energy. This episode isn't just a commentary on clean energy, it's a call to action. Number 8. The Barbie movie and the arrest of Donald Trump. The release of the Barbie movie in July 2023 was a global sensation, bringing vibrant colors, nostalgic charm, and bold social commentary to the big screen. However, this cheerful cinematic event coincided with a completely contrasting headline: the arrest of former US President Donald Trump. Shockingly, The Simpsons had seemingly predicted this unusual overlap years before. In one episode, a newscaster casually mentions Donald Trump's arrest before swiftly shifting to discuss the release of a highly anticipated movie, humorously likened to Malibu Stacy, a parody of Barbie. At the time, this scene was a satirical commentary on the media's tendency to juxtapose serious news with light-hearted entertainment. Fast forward to 2023, and reality mirrored fiction in an almost surreal way. Number 7. The Osaka Flu. The Simpsons has often blurred the line between satire and foresight, and the Osaka Flu subplot from Season 4 is a prime example. What starts as a quirky Mother's Day special spirals into a startlingly relevant tale of a rapidly spreading illness. This may seem like a normal plotline today, but the episode actually aired decades before global pandemics dominated headlines. In this episode, Springfield is thrown into chaos when Marge Simpson, the town's unsung hero, is jailed. While the townspeople struggle with her absence, another crisis quietly unfolds. A new juicer, shipped from Osaka, Japan, carries an unexpected stowaway, the flu virus. An infected worker in the Osaka packaging plant inadvertently contaminates the juicers. As these tainted products make their way into Springfield households, the Osaka flu spreads like wildfire, infecting the entire town. What might have seemed like a farcical subplot in 1993 resonates differently in today's world. The storyline raises a chillingly plausible question. Could a similar scenario occur in real life? The Osaka flu highlights how interconnected the world is. In reality, global trade and travel have often played roles in the spread of diseases, as seen with outbreaks like SARS, H1N1 and COVID-19. The episode underscores the potential for disease to spread due to lapses in health and safety protocols, whether through infected workers, contaminated products, or insufficient screening. Springfield's chaotic response mirrors real-world reactions to health crises, ranging from panic buying to widespread fear and misinformation. What makes this subplot particularly striking is its foresight into issues that came with the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 6. Musical mind control. In one particularly prophetic episode of the show, music isn't just entertainment, it's a tool of manipulation. This peculiar storyline delves into how something as harmless as a catchy tune could hold a darker agenda. In this episode, Bart, Nelson, Milhouse, and Ralph are recruited to form a boy band named Party Posse. On the surface, it's a light-hearted jab at the pop music industry, but the twist comes with their hit song, Drop da Bomb. Accompanied by an over-the-top music video, the song features a cryptic chant, Ivan et Nioj. It's Lisa Simpson who uncovers the truth. When the phrase is reversed, it spells, join the Navy. The upbeat anthem turns out to be a subliminal recruitment tool for the US Navy. While the episode leans into absurdity, it reflects real-world tactics where entertainment intersects with persuasion. For example, during the Second World War, governments used songs and entertainment to rally support for the war effort. Songs like Over There inspired enlistment, while Hollywood films reinforced patriotic sentiment. In fact, even today, military-funded movies and collaborations with media industries subtly shape public perception and recruitment. The idea of hidden messages in media isn't new. From backmasking controversies in the 1980s to debates about advertising, the notion that music or visuals could influence behavior has long intrigued and unsettled audiences. The episode reflects an enduring truth. Music can be more than just art. It can be a vehicle for messages, both overt and covert. Number 5. Disney-Fox acquisition. The show's subtle yet prophetic prediction about the Disney-Fox acquisition has left fans marveling at how fiction and reality sometimes intertwine. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, a brief sight gag showed a sign reading, 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company. At the time, this was purely a joke, a commentary on Disney's growing media empire and the possibility of major mergers reshaping Hollywood. Fast forward 19 years, and the joke became a reality. In 2019, the Walt Disney Company completed its $71.3 billion acquisition of 21st Century Fox, gaining control of iconic properties like The Simpsons, Avatar, and the X-Men franchise. The Disney-Fox acquisition symbolized the growing trend of media consolidation. By acquiring 21st Century Fox, Disney gained major film franchises, a controlling stake in Hulu, bolstering its streaming strategy alongside Disney+, and a vast library of television shows, including The Simpsons, further solidifying its cultural footprint. While The Simpsons didn't predict the specifics of the acquisition, its writers displayed an uncanny understanding of industry trends. The joke wasn't just about Disney's potential to acquire Fox, but also a satire of the entertainment industry's consolidation. Number 4. President Ivanka Trump. In an episode aired in October 2016, the show hinted at a potential future political path for Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump. In the episode, Homer Simpson sports a campaign button that reads Ivanka 2028. At first glance, this might seem like a passing joke or a humorous nod to the political dynasty, but given The Simpsons' track record for predicting future events, it raises some interesting questions. Could the show have been signaling Ivanka Trump's eventual presidential ambitions? The moment was subtle but deliberate, aligning with Ivanka Trump's rising influence in politics. At the time, she was gaining significant prominence, often serving as a key advisor to her father during his presidency. While we can't definitively say that Ivanka will run for president, let alone win, the timing and nature of this prediction makes it impossible to dismiss entirely. The writers didn't just foresee Trump's presidency, they foresaw the possibility of his daughter stepping into a similar role, raising questions about political dynasties and future leadership. So, could we one day see a woman from a powerful political family stepping into the White House? Well, if it turns out to be true, The Simpsons may have been ahead of its time in raising this question. Whatever happens, don't say we weren't warned. Number 3. FIFA scandal. The 2015 FIFA corruption scandal rocked the world of football, revealing a dark underbelly of bribery and misconduct within the sport's governing body. Strangely enough, The Simpsons had touched on this topic years before in an eerily prescient episode. In the episode, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, Homer Simpson is recruited as a World Cup referee. Known for his honesty, Homer is approached by a corrupt soccer official who attempts to bribe him into fixing matches. Homer's integrity remains intact as he refuses the bribe, humorously highlighting the rampant corruption lurking in the world of football. Fast forward to 2015, and the real-life scandal broke wide open. Top FIFA officials were arrested on charges of bribery, racketeering, and money laundering. Investigations revealed years of unethical practices, from vote buying for World Cup hosting rights to kickbacks from marketing deals. In the aftermath, FIFA's president at the time, Sepp Blatter, resigned amid growing pressure, and reforms were promised to rebuild trust in the organization. While the FIFA scandal was no laughing matter, The Simpsons episode reminds us of the power of satire in exposing real-world problems. It also underscores the importance of accountability in sports and other institutions, where integrity should always trump profit. Number 2. Apple Vision Pro. The show's depiction of a headset eerily similar to the Apple Vision Pro is yet another example of their futuristic foresight. In a 2016 episode, the show introduced a futuristic headset that allowed users to explore alternate realities and experience activities without physically engaging in them. The concept mirrors the Apple Vision Pro, a groundbreaking mixed reality device that integrates augmented and virtual reality to transform how we interact with technology. Much like the Vision Pro, the fictional headset showcased immersive capabilities that let users transport themselves to different places, interact with digital environments, and perform tasks seamlessly. It's remarkable how The Simpsons' imaginative storytelling managed to anticipate such an advanced innovation years before its real-world debut. Number 1. The End of the World. In one unforgettable episode, Homer Simpson confidently predicts the end of the world, basing his theory on a prophecy from the Book of Revelation. According to Homer, the world will end just before the rapture, when the stars are said to fall to Earth. Filled with excitement and anticipation, Homer eagerly shares his apocalyptic vision with his family and friends. However, when the predicted day arrives, Homer is left disappointed as nothing happens, no stars fall, and no catastrophic events unfold. The world simply continues as usual, leaving Homer and the rest of Springfield in a state of anticlimax. But in a twist of fate, the world does eventually meet its end, and Homer finds himself unexpectedly sent to heaven. So, could the world really end at any moment with no warning whatsoever? Well, for now, all we can do is wait and watch. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Did you like this video? If you did, please consider liking, dropping a comment, and hitting the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on our new uploads. Also, don't miss this video you see on your screen right now. It's truly unbelievable.